Okay, so I'm back and I'm going to show y'all the new Foursquare sheet. It looks really nice. James did a great job, and we decided to take out all the fluff, like things about COVID cleaning or the oven or refrigerator, and just really focus on the little things and the supplies needed for next cleaning. So we did go ahead and add a space for the customer's name and the date, and then a space down here for y'all to write whoever cleaned it. Notice that there's not a box for y'all to write "Have a blast day" or whatever, but you can still feel free to write that at the bottom. We're just trying to minimalize the sheet and make it look a little bit classier. So I guess we'll still call it a four square sheet, although it really doesn't have any squares at all. It has a couple rectangles. But anyways, I'm hoping that this is going to make a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the paint version because it's a little bit bigger, and I'm hoping that'll be easier for y'all to see what I'm talking about. So in this throughout section, I tried to choose little things that would be done throughout the whole house. I know y'all really like to write throughout on things, but honestly, most things that are little things, we don't have time to do throughout the whole house unless it's a deep clean. So there are a few exceptions, like wiping light switch plates and wiping around doorknobs. These are two little things we did a lot during flu season, the colder months, especially around COVID, because it was something that made the customers feel good that we, took an all purpose cleaner and disinfected the high touch areas. Dusted AC vents, those are probably the only thing you can clean with a Swiffer that I would consider to be a little thing. Just basically cobwebs and, getting the dust that builds up around them. Chair railing, which is usually in dining rooms, maybe a hallway. We don't see it as much. But, taking a cloth and wiping it down. Wiping window sills. This one was hard because I don't think that we have time in a really big house, but if it's a, 3-bedroom, 2 bath, you may have the time to wipe all the window sills. And that means, again, with a cloth and a cleaning product. This is not dusting and getting dead bugs off. This is looking for stains, maybe from condensation where it got mildewed or uh, dog paw prints, things like that where, window sills, they just get gross. Um, so if you do any of these things specific to one room, then you could write it out here by the side because I didn't put window sills anywhere else. But for the most part, I'm hoping that we can try to get them done in the whole house when we take the time to do them. I did also do an other section at the bottom that is a little bit, random. Sweeping off the front porch, wiping the front door and the threshold strip, the backside or the doors, thresholds, and then wiping the top and sides of the washer and dryer. These are things that really weren't specific to any rooms. The rest of the areas are specific to rooms in the house, and so you would need to mark it accordingly. A couple of them are repetitive, but for the most part, I tried to be specific. So in the living room and hallway, you'll have things like door jams and the door frames that are going to get a lot more traffic than like a room inside a room, like a closet. That door frame's not going to get that bad. So you're probably not going to have reason to be wiping those. Same thing with the door faces and the panels. You know how the cutouts get dust or they get handprints all around the doorknob. If you wipe those, then you could put them there. Wiping baseboards in the hallways or again in the living room. And if you do one of these and not the other, you could always circle living room and white mark the baseboard so they knew that it was specific to that. Clean the AC return. Again, I think that Swiffering doesn't really count. I think if you're gonna take the time to put it as a little thing, it needs to be hand wiped or at the least vacuumed with the round brush. And spot cleaning glass windows. Notice it says spot cleaning. You're not expected to clean an entire window pane, but if there's some marks on it, and then vacuuming upholstery in the living room. So I didn't really put these things in bedrooms. I don't know if y'all noticed that because those rooms just really don't get as bad. But if you do, for some reason, come across a really bad window in a room, then I'm fine with you writing it to the side, so that they know. Okay, so the next section, over here, kitchens, pretty obvious. You know, the cabinet fronts. I did put those in the bathroom and the kitchen area. Baseboards and toe kicks. That's the area beneath the cabinet. It gets really gross. Um, the top of the refrigerator and bottom grate. That's something that used to be on a rotation. I think every 6 to 8 weeks, and we've gotten away from that. Cleaning the inside of the disposal or the sink drain, cleaning the inside of the trash can or the pull-out drawer, cleaning the inside and around the oven drawer. You know how you pull those out, and there's usually cobwebs and crumbs. And then spot cleaning kitchen and or breakfast area windows because for some reason those windows tend to get worse. Um, in the bathroom section, there's master kids guest. I really didn't like the way this looked. It's just the only way I came up with on how to do this. So the wiping of the cabinets, y'all do that all the time, which is good, and the drawer fronts. If the bathroom routine B does all of them, then you can circle this whole thing. Otherwise, if you just did the master because they were the only ones that needed it, then you could circle it or put a star by it. Same thing as up top, baseboards in the bathrooms. You would specify which bathrooms. Inside the sink drains, if you take the time to really clean the mildew that builds up there. Same thing with inside shower or tub drains. If you get the hair out, like Diana's been doing a lot recently, or cleaning the mildew, then take the time to mark it. And then cleaning the shower head nozzle. Y'all know that a lot of times those get missed. And they're hard to clean because of the angle, and it's hard to submerge them without putting it in a plastic bag. So if you take the time to really scrub the shower head nozzle, then you could list that there. This probably doesn't cover every single thing that we could do in a house, but I tried to cover things that I thought were important. And Diana, I believe, is going to be the one to start helping us assign these and get these on a rotation and get y'all in the habit of doing these things because a lot of these things have been neglected. Um, our motto is little things make the difference because that's what makes a difference in our cleaning is we don't just do the bare minimum, we try to go above and beyond. In this last section, supplies needed for next cleaning, that is the same as always. You'll just, mark what they need. So hopefully this ends up being a good tool for y'all. And if for some reason it's not, then I'm fine with making changes later, but we're going to see how this goes. Thanks for your time.